YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Transport Fever 2, Episode 6. So, in our last episode, we got a new couple of outlets for our tool line here. A place for our factory here to start unleashing some of its excess goods. And excess is indeed a correct way to describe it, because we're giving it copious amounts of planks here. But as you can see, it's already starting to spill over here. We've got a full boat here, well, full train anyway, 35 of 35, and there's still more waiting. We're going to need another train to keep up with this demand. Because not only is this train line going to drop off stuff to be locally delivered to Schonefield, but it's also going to pop onto a boat to start going to Larissaburg. So there's going to be a lot of throughput here, and one little modest train here is not going to be able to keep up. Not to mention, I've got even bigger plans for this particular line right here. So let's get to building. Well, let's get to loan taken, and then let's get to building. Right then, so we're going to do sort of a similar thing that we did down here, where we're going to turn it into a double track, and then we're going to do it a loop-de-loop. Now the question is, can I? Yes, I can splinter you off. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. I'll fuss over signals in a little bit here. Now we're gonna want this one to swing low, because we already kind of swang low with this particular track anyway. We can have the two hug each other just like it before, as long as we're not getting in the way or crossing up unnecessarily the passenger one. But that's the reason why I'm sticking to the bottom side here, because the passenger, we're already hugging that here. So we for a little brief time here, we got a triple line here, 3 lines making our way in here, all efficiently doing what they need to do. We are going to need to cross up. You know what? I don't like this this station right here. This little thing right here. We can do better. We can do better. So you know what? I think I'm gonna get rid of you. Get rid of that, and then we don't even need any of these signals. And get rid of you. Perfect. Okay. We'll find we'll find a better place for that. That was sort of a remnant of an older era. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on here. And then what we're gonna do here, and yeah, we'll want to merge it before the street here, is merge you in here. Perfect. Okay. Now let's get some going here. We'll have the middle lane be that. We'll do it driving normal. Like street traffic. Right hand side goes one way, left hand side goes the other. And again, I don't know how many trains we're gonna have on this, but I'll intersperse them. And then up here, we'll, yeah, that should work out nicely. Perfect. Okay. Can I actually merge you in here? Like, can I take you and just go, like, something like that? Just kind of sneak you in? Doesn't look like I can. Maybe if I start a little further back. Nope. Okay. Well, darn. Okay. Well, actually, we could always just put one of them down here. That might not be a bad idea. There. It's a little redundant, but I'll take a little redundant. Okay, so now we're going to I think we're going to clone this beast. Because how much we got here? 74. All right, maybe we need to do a little bit more than just clone. Maybe we need a general and what was it? Boxcars for these? Yeah, boxcars. Although, we kind of do want to keep them relatively the same size. .56 capacity. Well, here, let's think about this. Shona Field is demanding what? It demands 36, and it's always got some of it. Larissaburg is going to want substantially more. So, if we go for the general, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 70. Well, we already know this kind of works out, but it's going to be a significantly. I mean, I think that's a little overkill. Let's just do a 56 capacity, because what's our 0 to 60? 91 seconds. That's not too bad. And we can afford it with all our loans and what have you. Bada boom, bada bing. And Milena shipping, please. Alright, now with the two of them running, that should be good. $350 just about per delivery, and that's the small one. The bigger one will obviously have a much larger payoff, and not to mention that we'll make sure these goods make it to their respective markets all the more efficiently. All right, now that we're keeping up with tools as far as getting them to our various markets, I think it's time we boosted our supply down here. Now we've just about maxed out our West Espen Woods here, so it's time for me to enact the plan that I had done before, where we need reinforcements. We need more trains and we need more raw lumber because unlike all of the other industries in the game, raw material producers like the forests or the coal mines, they don't upgrade, they don't level up. 400 is what you get, period. You want more? You gotta find another one. So guess what? We found another one. Let's hook it up. Not to mention, normally our trains, our long-haul trains, are empty through the whole backswing here. This will actually fill them up and make them useful and have them create even more profit. So I see this as a complete win here with a very minimal amount of layout here. So let's pause because we're going to do a little demolition here. Now we only want to nix the line this side of the road because there's no reason for the trains going this way to stop it here because that lumber needs to go down here. Right then, so we'll get a cargo station. We want the pass-through style. We'll flip you around like that. Oh, hey, you hook right in. Fancy that. Okay. And then we just need a couple more tracks. Whoops, no, that ruins everything. That does not ruin everything. Now, let's get our country road here. You can see these are hooking into the here, and it's hooking into here. That should, let's check the catchment. Yep, it counts as being part of the forest. Now we just need to add a stop. We don't even need to like reroute all of our trains or anything crazy. Cameron Lumber Long Haul. So Fujezziville South. So we add a stop after this. Add a station. Lower Fujezziville. Beautiful. And then you just take that to West Espen and just go from there. Now, with the increase in that, we're gonna need some more boats. We're gonna need another boat here. So let's get the Wilhelm out and in service here. Boyd Lumber Barge. Oh yeah, let's rename line 1 here. Shipments go by trucks and cargo goes by ships. Go figure. Right then, let's speed things up here. Also, I'm going to make sure this new ship is correctly going to... No, not the West Espen Halt. You, my friend, need to go there. I know there's a ship just about to arrive. Just get there, my friend, because we're about to start glutting this up. And yeah, see, it already this forest already knows that there's things. Let's get now that this is a. Cameron's. Actually, this is more Boyd's thing. If Boyd's more the raw lumbers. Boyd's birches. There we go. Aha! Oh, and horse-drawn streetcar. Well, interesting there. Now, the streetcar, if I remember correctly, is actually a tram style, which actually we might want to get into. We might want to invest in that. Because despite, we've hooked up Larissa Berg for the tool delivery, but Larissa Berg's pretty substantial, and Schonefield could use the extra growth here. So let's hook some stuff up here. Oh, we're already starting to make some noise here, unfortunately, though. So let's get Larissa Berg set up for passengers. And you know what? I think we're going to do tram lines. So this covers pretty much the entire south part of town, and the entire north part of town is all clumped together residential. So this is actually going to be a really efficient route. But in order to do passengers properly, let's get a passenger building. Hook that onto there. We're going to need a passenger dock to hold the people, and then a passenger landing here. And that officially turns it into a cargo or passenger. Now, unlike the cargo, which can get dumped out and instantly teleported to its destinations, we are going to need to bring the residents down here. So I think that's where our tram line's going to come into play. So let's get into there. We're going to do a bus tram station, and we're going to say tram track. Yes, I would like some tram tracks. And yeah, this will be right next to here. We are going to have to smush one building, but honestly, just smushing one building is not bad for the amount of real estate we're going to get here. Boom. Now, in order to utilize trams, you have to upgrade streets to tram streets. So we're going to upgrade here, and obviously we've built the tram station with the tram lines, but we then have to we'll go up here and snake up here. And then they just like the others, they have to be able to loop around. So that should work out nicely there. And then we can get away with our little bus stop. We don't need a whole thing because it works for trams as well. And if we stick it up here, we should be able to hit everybody in the northern half here. Boom. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, that's the other thing we need is we need a tram depot. I don't want to knock down any buildings for that, so what we're going to do is let's upgrade you up here. And then we can stick our tram depot just right up here. Just hook you into the network, but without having to build too much more. Beautiful. Now, why trams? Well, trams can hold more passengers. And I think they're slower emissions. Like it's better intracity transport thing. And we also just invented a brand new form of tram. So we'll be playing ponies with the higher tech version right from the get-go. So here to here looks good to me. Berg local. Now the other thing, and I did some testing with this, I thought because the Wilhelm can technically hold cargo and passengers, I was trying to engineer a way where one Wilhelm could carry a little of both, where you'd have some passengers on the one compartment and some cargo on the other. It doesn't like that. It wants to only do cargo or only passengers. So we're going to set up a separate line here to go to the passenger side of Lower Shona Field, to the passenger side over here in Larissaburg. Elena Singer. Actually, this is more Michael's domain. Michael is more the passenger master, so Michael's Ferry Express. Beautiful. Okay, now we just need to spit out a new boat. We can actually get this riggy here. It technically says all, but it works a little bit better for passengers because it's a little bit faster, but doesn't have as much horsepower, but passengers don't weigh that much. So, where do I need a loan? I can't take a loan, so we're going to have to wait a moment. But once someone comes in and gives us some cash, we'll be in good shape to get our passenger lines going here. Come on, big money, no whammies. There we go, 517, I think we can do? Nope, 550, never mind. Never mind. We just need one more uptick here. Oof, and there goes the monthly maintenance. There goes the monthly maintenance. But all we need is literally just one of our long-haul trains to arrive, and we will get beaucoup bucks. Enough to make do with what we need here. There's our beaucoup bucks. So now we can get a riggy. And Michael's Ferry Express. And now that should start encouraging and inspiring people to start taking that. And actually now that we have that, now we can actually get some tram cars going here. Yeah, horse-drawn streetcar USA gives us 6 people as opposed to 4. 2 double time loading speed here. Now the emissions are 63. I want to check something here. So emissions of 63. We look at, say, just a normal garden variety horse-drawn carriage here. Emissions of 65. So it's slightly fewer emissions, despite having even more capacity. So it is a superior method here. So yeah, let's get it. It's even better than the new one. Let's get just 2 of them to start, and then from there, Larissaburg local. We'll go from there. Now that should start waking Larissaburg up, because we're about to drop some tools on Larissaburg, and now we're starting to send out flyers that, hey, new transportation lines warming up. And that has a knock-on effect, because not only is Shona Field going to start getting more destinations, yeah, see, we're already up to plus 30% due to the destination bonus here. but it's going to grow even higher. And Fujezziville is also going to start growing higher and higher when it comes to destinations. I have a feeling this number is not reflective of all the destinations in Larissaburg. It's just a matter of getting those, recognized. And once we get a few passenger trips going here, then we'll be in business. All right, how is our line here? It's got plenty of wood. And you've picked up, 70 of 70. So this once empty train is now making itself useful on the backswing and delivering a ton of lumber here. And while, West Espen South is a little bit hungry here for some lumber. Actually, you know what? We could probably get away with one more Wilhelm here. Because that's going to fill itself up pretty quickly, just naturally here. Nope. You go to West Espen South. That's why I put you up there. Yeah, because one of these guys is just gonna vacuum up this natural 70 stuff, but then the other one's gonna be stuck there waiting, or rather, they would if we didn't deliver this supplemental wood here. Bam! 556K for this supplemental. That's just an extra 556K that adds maybe a little bit of time to our route because they have to slow down and stop for this one. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. So this is going to make us boku bucks. And let's start repaying our loan as we need to wait for some stuff to play out and also save up while we're waiting for more of our goodies here. So you got 70, but some of that is some of that imported lumber here. You, my friend, are going to get a bit more... let's get you Boyd's sauce. There, it's more like it. Yeah, this place is about to get much busier. Luckily, it already leveled up. It's already in the second level here, so it's got the capacity to handle this load. I did the math, and a fully upgraded sawmill can handle 2 full forests worth of wood, which is good, because that's what we're about to feed it. All right, how are we doing over here? Larissaburg, I think, we just dropped off our first load of tools. They're already digesting them, but they're also already growing from that too. And they're starting to recognize the mass transit destinations here. And that should be climbing pretty aggressively once we get more and more passengers. Yeah, see, we already got some passengers waiting for the Ferry Express. Now, yeah, this one came over dry. But I think once we start upping the throughput here, we'll be in much better shape here. Yeah, they're starting to get the memo. It's just starting. But everything needs a starting place, yeah? Okay, so next item on the docket here, we need to start sending fuel down to Schoneville. Because, we have this line here, we've got it doubled up, and we've got fuel production over here. Problem is right now is Fujezziville is not being fully satisfied. We need more fuel production. Now, I could do a double line on this route, and that might work fine, but I got something a little bit more clever in mind. Or at least I think it's a little bit more clever. I might be completely wrong, and this might be completely dumb. But, hear me out, folks. Hear me out. So what if... Ooh, shiny new carriages. That we're going to want to do. Okay. All right. I think I just got distracted by some shinies here. I think we need to modernize our vehicles here. So let's look at all these very bad conditions. These are part of the reason why and also we have way too many of some of these. So I think some of these are just going to get flat out just sold. We're just going to get rid of these things. I know you can replace them and upgrade them, but for some of these, I think we just need to bleed off some of this excess. All right, since you're actually carrying something, I'll give you a pass. But you... and you... Okay, let's replace selected vehicle, send to depot. Now the question here, let's see, if we say replace, okay, good, you can, when you say replace, you can actually choose a new vehicle type. That's excellent. So, let's see here. Actually, the side stakes one can't hold tools. It does hold fuel, oddly enough. And then this one holds all cargo. What's the main difference here? I guess aesthetics? $30.54. Yeah, they are identical in price and operating costs. I guess it's just aesthetics. So might as well just do the American covered horse-drawn carriage here, because that's got a 5 capacity. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I think once, as some of our guys start reaching the bad or the very bad age or very bad condition, and they usually will yell at me for that, then I will replace them with someone new, and we'll just sort of do a gradual upgrade here. Because bad we can handle. Very bad is when we gotta replace. But anyway, I digress. So here's what I have in mind. What if we got a line of trucks, or even maybe a tiny rail line, but that might be a little excessive. What if we had a line of trucks going from this oil well to this oil refinery? Oil refinery takes the refined oil and dumps it down here, basically putting it on this platform. Now, we get a fuel train in on this thing. The fuel train can pick up fuel from here, because it's going to be brought down from this fuel refinery, and deliver it to Schonefield, because Schonefield wants fuel. But on the backswing, picks up the refined oil and brings it back here, dumping it here at this intermediary. We then have this line, this little 3-stop line, make an extra stop here at the fuel refinery and basically take the refined fuel and dump it here. So it's dropping off refined fuel, or refined oil rather, on both directions. That should work quite nicely. Keyword should. But now the real question is, do we do this with a convoy of trucks, or do I bite the bullet and set up a little train line here? It seems excessive, because this is really gonna just be a direct line thing. Yeah, you know what I think we're just gonna do? We'll do a beefier country road here. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but I think we'll be in good shape. Alright, now we get truck stations. You go there. Actually, if we put you far enough down here, we can get away with some teleportation action here. And then, ooh, okay, let's see if I can't snake this road up here. We'll, no, actually, yeah, we'll do country road over here. Aha, I can. I'm going to give it some room just so I have room to expand this later if I choose. But this should keep them away from the residents so the vehicles won't make the noise. Alright, now let's set up some routes here. Let's see here. Okay, got that. And then, I mean, I could make this a 3-prong one. and just have vehicles going 1, 2, 3 here. But no, I think we'll keep it two-pronged here. Two separate 2-point routes here. So you go to here. Perfect. And yeah, you guys can all make it through this road depot. So yeah, you're going to want to... let's start things off with... let's say 5. We'll go for 5. We'll probably need more. But yeah, line 5 to line 1. And then we'll do 3 to line 2. And then we'll go from there. I'll rename these off screen. And now that should, if my theory is correct here, start this, collecting oil. Alright, one last thing before we end the episode here is now we need to get our fuel train going. Because we need to signal to this refinery that, yes, there is going to be someone coming back here. We also need to add this as a stop again to this train. So the Josh refinement loop here, Fujezziville South is that. So we need to add a station and tell you, stop again at Fujezziville West. And then just carry on back and forth as normal. Now, how big is this train? 42 of 42. Okay. So we're going to want a similarly sized one here. Actually, we're going to want a loan here, so we can afford a similarly sized one. Now, what's this beast? Baldwin class. You know what? I think I'm going to keep it the general, just because this is so much faster. It's gonna run into the back of its other things that are already the general, and we don't need to be hauling that much. So, the general. And then tank cars. That's not bad. That's exactly the same capacity, so this should be good. And then Milena shipping. It is the same route, but it is a completely different cargo. Oh yeah, one other thing I wanted to do with Milena shipping here. Let's take this off of full load, because now that we have 3 trains sharing a space, we, yeah. Now we're going to have to wait for another thing of fuel to arrive here. So this first maiden voyage is going to be an empty one. But that's okay. It should, once this train load goes here, it'll dump a whole bunch of fuel over here, and then the rest onto this station. Speaking of, now this idea will pan out nicely, I think. The only problem is now we don't have enough bandwidth taking fuel from the fuel plant to get it both down to here and to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to splinter off our trucks and actually set up a truck delivery straight from here, from the plant over here to right into Fujezziville. So then the only fuel that's going to be brought down here is fuel that's destined for Shona Field. So that way we're not wasting the stop. It's worthwhile in both directions. But that will be tested in our next episode. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see, look at that, 70 is 70 tools, full boat. If you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!